Hey y'all, and welcome. So whether you're new, true, or just passing through, I surely appreciate you. So in today's video, I'm showing you how I made these spinach wrap, and it's stuffed with some bell peppers, onions. I have some chicken breasts, and then I also sauteed some mushrooms. So if you want to see how I put the wrap together, then keep watching. Okay, family, so for our loaded chicken wrap sandwich, the ingredients are as follows. So I have my chicken breast here. This came from Butcher Box. I will make sure I link the code below if you want to check them out and sign up for a subscription. So as you can see, I just diced it into little chicken strips. Then I have some mushrooms that I've already washed off. Then I diced one medium yellow onion. And then I have some bell peppers left over from from my pulled chicken recipe. So the seasonings I'm using are the Slap Your Mama seasoning. I have garlic powder, onion powder. I have some paprika for browning. And then I'm going to also use some black pepper, which we have right here. Okay? And then I'm going to saute my chicken. I'm going to saute everything using some olive oil. Okay? So let's get started. Okay, fam. So if I'm doing a voiceover, you know it's the typical New York with the noise. But in any case, gotta love it. So here I'm just going in now and I'm seasoning my meat with the seasonings that I mentioned earlier in the clip. There's no need for me to repeat that. And so if you are new to my channel, first of all, thank you. Welcome to our channel. And I do not measure my food. I basically season it to my health and to my taste. And so I just suggest you do the same thing. And so on this channel, you very rarely will see me using measurements, only if I'm using someone else's recipe, and I always make sure I shout out that person. But anyway, continuing on after that long speech, I am adding my paprika. Paprika I just add to basically help to brown my food. Really doesn't have any taste. So now that I have all my seasonings on, I'm just going in, mixing this up, to make sure the seasonings are really incorporated with my meat. And now what you can do in advance, you can season your meat like a few hours before you're going to actually cook it. And then this way, by marinating with your meat for so many hours, the taste is really, it takes it to a whole nother level. Okay, so now I have that all mixed up. Then I'm going to wash my hand and I will meet y'all at the stove. Okay, so I have the pan already preheated, so I'm going to actually start off with cooking my peppers first. So just go ahead and dump those in there. So I'm going to allow these to cook for a couple of minutes, and then I'll pop back in and we'll just continue on adding more ingredients. But that's what it looks like. Okay, so now that the peppers have been cooking for about 3-4 minutes, I'm adding my onion, and then using my tongue, I'm just going in and I'm mixing everything around, in addition to breaking up any chunks of onions that may not have separated during the dicing process. Then the next step I'm going to do is go in with some seasoning and just season my pepper to my liking. And also I wanted to point out, the reason I cook my peppers before my meat is because the meat is the star of the meal, and so I want to make sure my meat is nice and hot and tender coming right out of the frying pan. And then plus I don't want to have to cook it first, reheat it, and then run the risk of drying it out. So this is why I choose to cook the peppers first, because you can always put them in a bowl, cover them up with some foil, and then they'll still be warm by the time your meat is done. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. So now I have everything seasoned, going back in with the tongue, mixing it up, and then I'm going to allow this to cook for about 3 more minutes. All right, so now so far everything has been cooking for about, I want to say 6-8 minutes. So now I just added my mushrooms, and I'm just mixing that around so it can scoop up and mix in with all the seasonings that I just added in there before. And now also, if you find that your pan is drying out somewhat, just add some more oil, whatever type of oil you're using. Yeah, don't be afraid to just go in and just add some more, because we want your vegetables to be nice and translucent and have that little glaze on it. So yeah, just when you feel like it's drying out, just add some more oil. And so there you go, just mix everything around. So now we're gonna let this sit and let it do what it do. All right, y'all. So as I'm editing this and doing this voiceover, I'm gonna try to get through this without having my mouth water. But when I tell you, when I reminisce, looking back on this, these vegetables by themselves. See, I'm tripping over my words. They were so good. So if you're living a vegan lifestyle, vegetarian, or you don't necessarily even have to be living that type of lifestyle. If you just want an all veggie wrap right here, it tastes so good by itself. And so that's what it's looking like. So now to the same pan, I'm going to add some more oil. Remember I told you all before, the pan's drying out, just add a little oil, okay? So while this is warming up, I'm going to now take the chicken that I showed you earlier, chicken strips, there they are. And we're going to add that to this pan now. And so now right here, I'm just separating them so everybody can have their own space to do what they got to do. And then these are going to cook per side probably like 3 minutes, okay? Because we don't want to overcook and then end up having dry chicken. So like, yeah, about three minutes per side. No more than 4 minutes per side. But you can pretty much gauge it. Okay, so that's what it looks like so far. Okay, you all, so now 3 minutes have gone by, and this is how the chicken looks. You can see that it's already halfway done. So now using my tongs, I'm going in and I'm flipping each piece. And you'll see how tender and juicy these strips are as I'm grabbing them. Oh my goodness, they're so delicious. And so with the same thing, just flip them over, allow these to cook for like 3 minutes, and then turn them off. After the 3 minutes, just turn them off and remove them from the flame, and then the heat is still going to be slowly cooking them without drying them out. All right, G Squad. So once you pretty much have everything done, you can just begin to build your wrap. And so on this one, the first wrap that I'm doing, and you'll see later on that I end up doing the second one, but I'm just doing this like in taco style. Just adding my peppers, and y'all look at that chicken. You see how juicy that chicken is, and look at that char on it. You see, just 6 minutes of cooking, and then nice and tender. And so yeah, just a little quick close-up glance. And so for my wrap, I just decided at the last minute, I was in the refrigerator, what do I want to add on it? So I'm just adding some ranch dressing as well as some hot sauce. Those are like 2 of my favorite combinations. But if you want to even venture out and make like your own special sauce to add on it, again, just, make it your own. I'm just giving you like the the basics. I am not a chef by profession at all. I am my own chef, and this is just my style of cooking in my kitchen for my family, basically. And so someone can take from it and learn, by all means, go for it. That's what we're here for. Each one of us here to teach each other. There is no right or wrong way, in my opinion. So there. But now I'm just going in with my knife and just cutting it in half, and you'll look at all that juiciness, like nice juicy goodness. And so that's a glance of what it's looking like. Nice and juicy and tender and flavorful. Alright family, so as mentioned earlier, I did off camera do a second one in a wrap style version, and that's what it looks like. See how nice and juicy it is, and like I said, it tastes so good. So family, I hope you have enjoyed this video, and comment below, let me know if you like this style of my cooking video. For me, I feel more like myself and more relaxed. I don't know if you can tell in my voice, but in any case, make sure you subscribe, like, share, comment below, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye.